I like those guys. Not gonna play the whole damn album though. So how's everybody tonight? Everybody's over here. Vlad, he's doing a good job over there. I know. So how you, Cubby Bear, Jim, and Lev, if you're still there. I don't know if he's still here. Ryan should be here at any given moment. I hope so. Sorry about the stone silence. Yeah, them Crooked Vultures actually have who's that guy, the drummer from that famous band back in the '90s? I think it was Nirvana. He plays in it. Yeah, good buddy. Money and good buddy. I guess it goes in hand. There's a lot going on in the flat Earth community. Don't you agree? Yeah, yeah, I'd say so. Good. Is that 10-4 too? Uh, I thought I'd share a couple of videos with you guys tonight. One's called Del Boy Duffy and the Final Straw Man. It's put out by who was this? Flatiron Fred. He did a good job. I like this guy. Pretty straightforward. Focus. I'm trying to focus. I know. I got a lot on my mind. Oh, I got a company. Hey, it's Cubby. You there?
Man, I thought I'd keep you company.
Oh, you might as well. I'm waiting on Ryan anyway. So
yeah, I figured.
Yeah, he's in Monterey on a vacation.
Yeah, I heard you say that earlier.
I'm pulling a McToon right now. I'll show you.
McToon. Huh?
Yeah. He always drinks out of a mason jar, so
well,
I thought I would start on it.
Is that McToon or is that Craig that does that?
No, that's Craig, isn't
it?
Yeah, you're right.
I couldn't remember which. I knew it was one or the other because I always make fun of him because it looks like he's drinking blood.
It's Kool-Aid, dude.
I commented on that on some channel or something. These people are like, "You really think that's blood?" I was like, "Yeah, buddy, I really think that's blood." Like, I mean, it's probably wine, but whatever. I was just making a joke.
Oh, my daughter just sent me a text.
Whoa, you in outer space?
Yeah,
stars behind you.
Yeah, actually, I got a projector. Check it out.
Nice.
It's shaped like a astronaut. It's pretty cool.
My thing. Guess my camera don't work.
Or astronaut.
Oh, one of those things. Yeah.
Yeah. I got it for probably I think $18 at Walmart. Hey, it projects. Your camera don't work now?
I don't know. It wasn't working a second ago. I turned it on. And it's all black. Huh. Unless you see me, I don't know.
I see black, sir.
Yeah, I don't know. Restream does funny things on mine. I'm on an iPad, but I don't
know. We got Mojo Shops in, and Lev's still here. Hey, Lev, he's still there.
Jim, Mojo, Lev, hey.
So this video is Flatiron Fred is what I was going to play. It kind of goes through the psychology of what a lot of the anti-flat earthers project on everybody. Have you ever watched Flatiron Fred?
No, I was rewatching. I want to say Flatzoid earlier, and I think you were talking about him on there somewhere. I heard you talking about.
Well,
I haven't heard him.
He cuts it into the Final Experiment a lot, though. Yes, I like it. Yeah. What the heck is that noise? Mm-hmm. Oh, you hear that?
I'll mute. Hang on.
Don't worry about it. No, it's not you. It's in here. I got it. Hold on. I'll do something. I know what the problem is. I'll be right back.
Hey, Lev. Hey, Mojo. Hey, Jim. I think I've seen you guys somewhere. Can't remember what. Oh, that's right. Over at Vlad's.
I'm coming.
Take your time.
The background noise was Rhonda's got a show going on in the other room, so it started getting loud. I don't know why, so I shut the door.
You in a studio or something? You got all these shows going on.
Oh, yeah. No, she's asleep. No, it's her show. She's watching she's got a picker show that she's starting to collect expensive glass for some reason. She's trying to invest in it. So hand blown glass is her thing now. So half the house is now a hand blown glass.
Oh boy.
And, yeah, you've been married before.
I haven't. I was almost married twice, but that would have mean I'd be a twice divorcee. So maybe I got lucky.
You probably did, man. Divorce is not a clean thing, dude. Never has been. So this is called Del Boy Duffy and the Final Straw Man. This is what I wanted to put out. It kind of like showing you why they do the things they do, like the King Nico and everything else with those pig shows they do. They try to get them on there, and they do these reward shows afterwards. If you go look at the Globe side streams, they're making fun of Nico and Flats and me and everybody else. We're idiots. So,
No.
yeah, it's a regular thing. I'm pretty sure Vlad's still going over it, isn't he?
Yeah, he was when I left. Yeah.
He's ranting pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, he was going to town on him.
And each their own. I appreciate a good rant.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play this. You'll get the gist of it.
Wait, who? Oh, what was the name of the guy? Flat Iron
Fred.
Oh, okay.
He tries to steer away from that subtitle so he doesn't get shadow banned.
Oh, okay.
That's why I don't put Flat Earth in my title on my stream on my channel.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, and that's why Flat Soy doesn't do Flat Earth Boy. You know, he's got Flat Soy. Yeah,
that's so stupid.
I know, but I don't know why that term's like shit on. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say that, like, I know other people have mentioned it, and lots of people still mention it, but like, I think we should come up with a new name other than Flat Earth. I think it's like we need to change it up, like something. I don't know what that would be, but I just think something needs to come about where, something more fitting of a title rather than Flat Earth.
Yeah, it makes sense. If they're going to keep, putting it down, and it seems like they ain't quit.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of a workaround, I guess, in a way.
I'm not ashamed of being called a flat earther. Matter of fact, if people call me a flat earther in public all the time, they know I'm a flat earther.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
it's trying to get the information out. It just makes it hard, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean right there. Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, so let's take a look. See, you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
When it comes to the final experiment, is that both sides agree. Both sides agree that if there is a 24-hour sun, we live on a globe with Antarctica as an island at the bottom of it. And both sides agree that if there's not a 24-hour sun, we live on a flat plane with Antarctica encircling the rest of the continents.
Ash experiment.
Yeah, that's a good experiment. Saab loves to go to this one every time.
Yeah.
I like the 33% of the time I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's convenient.
Yeah, how convenient is that? Yeah, I think a lot of these things are made up, but I mean, I see social behavior and I understand it, and he's pretty spot on with a lot of it.
Yeah.
I mean, if everybody in your group was doing this and you were doing something else, you would feel like the outcast, and that's all they're trying to do.
Well, you can see it all around you. It happens every day almost. You can go to the store and watch it happen.
Oh, yeah.
People just fall in line.
Yeah. If people would just actually do what they wanted to do, it would be a different world, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
And I feel that now that I'm older, I don't care. Dude, I really don't give two rat's asses what you do with this or I do that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm only 45, but I'm at that point. I don't give a shit no more with anybody. Like, I just do my own thing,
And most of the time, if you just do what you need to do and then do what you want to do, things kind of work out, don't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a big difference between like greed and everything else compounded on it. But there's people who are driven by that crap, dude. They want the
I know.
best, you know.
Yeah, I
Well,
think we just watched something about greed. I think it was a guy named, I don't know, what's his name, Jaron or something like that.
Mr. Campanella.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna be. They'll leave him high and dry if he doesn't fall in line. Though,
Yeah, no
no
kidding.
matter what it is, it doesn't matter if it's flat Earth or it's whatever psyop they got going on, or whatever media coverage is taking care of this, that, and the other. If you don't do what they tell you to, they won't pay you. You'll be out dry. You know.
It's really hard. It's really hard to sit back and wait on things. But if you just sit back and wait long enough, they'll eat their own. It just takes time. It's just you got to have the patience for it. But I can understand getting impatient about it because you want somebody to finally get what's coming to them. But it's like, it's
Yeah.
just a waiting game basically.
Well, I don't wish it on anybody, but
No, but
some people just go right into it stupidly. It's just
yeah. No, I don't wish that on anybody either. But at the same time, it's just like, you don't mind seeing anybody get their comeuppance once in a while. It's like people. It's like people who've never been punched in the mouth before, but they run their mouth constantly.
Oh, you talk like you've never been knocked out, neither.
Yeah, I've done that too.
Yeah, I know. It's all right though. Some people learn the hard way.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to go awry for some people, and it's just the way that you leave people behind, and the way you treat the people that helps you get where you are. And I think it's what Vlad was really going on about, man.
Yeah.
Like all the people that helped support Jaron and thought that he was like trying to be truthful about everything, and then all of a sudden he falls right in line with the mainstream narrative and he's pushing it and he's making fun of all the people who helped him get where he is now. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to mention anybody in particular. His name starts with a D, ends with an E. He has a channel, something about a mind being sovereign somewhere. Yeah, that's just not right, dude. You agree?
I agree, man. I agree.
Oh well. I'll play the rest of this thing. I think that just summed up the whole final experiment, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's straight up business psyop, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've been calling it the financial experiment, basically.
Mm-hmm. And get a life insurance salesman to fund the whole thing, and make sure he's got plenty of cash.
Yeah, turned pastor.
Amen, brother.
And a woman.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like Jaron thinks, Joe Rogan mentioned my name, and next thing he thinks he's gonna be on the Joe Rogan show. It's like Joe Rogan ain't gonna sit with Will Duffy and Jaron for 3 hours talking about the TFE. It's like you think that people care about this way more in your head. You think that way, but nobody really cares about this crap. Because look at Austin had a thing set up with Candace Owens, and where did that go?
Nowhere.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the mainstream will leave you high and dry real quick if they think you're a nobody. They don't really care.
I mean, as much as they think they're somebody, they're really low on the totem pole. I mean,
yeah, the real rich bastards, they know all this stuff, dude.
Yeah.
The very wealthy, rich families, they have this occulted secrets for the most part. They're not going to tell you the full truth. We were doing a thing over on Nathan Oakley's like 3 days ago. The Vatican actually owns all those telescopes, and they put them up. They do not release any of their photographs or any of their findings from those telescopes to the public at all, let alone NASA. NASA has to develop their own telescopes, and they're shooting in the dark, basically. The Vatican is the one who knows what it looks like in the heavens. They get their eyeballs on it, dude. They're not handing this information out to everybody. I think Ryan's here.
And then look at the Nikon P1000 sold out to who is that? Oh yeah, it's NASA, right?
Yep. Hey, Liv.
Morning. How we doing?
Good. Yeah, I'm going to do a special thing Friday for you and Mikey. I'm going to do a StreamYard stream. It's hard for me to work that setup, dude. It just doesn't work for me. It's difficult, and the quality is like horrible. But I know how your phone does, right? You can't really do it in here, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to get you on for a full stream and
it's breaking my phone.
Yeah, I don't want to break your phone.
Hey, Joyce.
Yeah, Joyce B's here. Yeah, nice.
Why is it difficult?
Man.
What makes it difficult?
Oh, you mean Restream or StreamYard?
Yeah, StreamYard.
What you're talking about
it?
Yeah, well, the controls are different, but it's not. It's really choppy for the stream. I just don't like it, man. It makes me feel icky. It's just hard to do. It's harder to work the controls in the back too. This thing is set up a lot more streamlined. That's why it eats you up. And it's not that I don't like it. There's certain things in the back that I have to get used to. I'm going to do a couple more streams, and what I'm going to have to do is probably upgrade StreamYard so I can actually run it properly. I want to give you guys equal time.
Does that mean paying?
Yeah, it's only a $10 a month thing, so it's not that big of a deal. And I'm starting work tomorrow, so I'm going to be back in being able to keep the show going. So I don't even have
you have to pay for this stream as well.
Pay the premium for this thing. Yeah, no, but I mean, I don't have to pay for this. No, matter of fact, this one's good enough as is for the free version that I don't. The controls are much better. The sound quality is much better. I want you to be heard properly, and I want to get you and Mikey on the same. I'm going to do a split stream. I want to do finish yours, and then I want to do Mikey's at the same time, in the same stream, and I'll upgrade the StreamYard before Friday. I should be able to, so we'll be able to do it in there. And I covered the last bit of one we didn't finish.
You might be able to
through
stream things before you pay for it.
Say again?
What? Sorry,
I couldn't hear you, left.
What did you say? Sorry.
You said before I pay for it. Well, I'm going to pay for it before we do the stream. I'm going to upgrade it. I have enough cash to upgrade it now. As soon as I upgrade it, it'll run smoother. Because I mean, even PJ and there's Saab, they pay for the extras, so they don't have any problems with using it. That's where I have the free version. It's really choppy, hard to work with. That's all.
Oh, it's one of those things where they know if you pay a little extra money, they'll upgrade your stream a little better too, huh?
Yeah, they'll make it more audible and usable. That's all. So, how are you doing, Lev?
Not bad. Good.
I did a stream. I did a stream just for you. I was hoping you were going to show up, man, and you weren't. I guess you didn't see it. This is after I tried to do it the first time. Remember, I didn't hit the live button, so I did another one.
Yeah.
And I guess you didn't see it. We're waiting for you, man, all night, but it's all right. That's good. Right now, I'm just covering.
I was sleeping. It's like my sleeping pattern. It completely shifts. Like right now, it's like it was 10 to 4 when I woke up today.
Yeah.
So.
Man,
were you going at 10 o'clock last night? 10 o'clock in my time, but.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's like
6 hours ago. I think the stream was supposed to be going.
Yeah, it's a time zone thing, man. It's really hard to get used to too, especially when I'm doing streams and you guys are in Europe and I got flats in Africa and nobody's on the same time page at all. Not a.
Yeah, it's rough. There's a lot of
Yeah,
there's a lot of
me,
streamers out
like I
there
s-
too.
Mhm.
my sleeping pattern completely shifts all the time as well, so I can never stay in rhythm with it and stuff. So if I make it like a regular time to come on, I'm still it's gonna be really difficult for me to keep up
Yeah.
to it.
Well,
You
the
probably,
job. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say you probably should just. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do or nothing, but you probably just like pick a time. No matter if you're stepping on somebody else's stream or whatever, who cares? But just like pick a time, and then everybody knows. Roger's on at this time.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'm as established as a lot of YouTubers, so I'm not.
Yeah, but still, I get where you're coming from. I'm just saying that, like, if people know a definite time, I don't know, find a sweet spot or whatever. I guess that's good. In between somebody else's and good for you, but just
Yeah.
something. I think
At the
I think
moment,
you had
it's on
that thing going on
at
for.
different
Sorry, go
times.
ahead, sir.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's on at different times at the moment, which is
Yeah.
quite good because usually we're like 7 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? That's like your late
Mhm.
night
Yeah,
stream. So it's kind of like when you've got home from work and all these kind of things. So then, like for me to be getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning, like I said,
Ooh, live. Ah, that's why I want to do it on the StreamYard for him. He can't stay in here long.
why not?
It's rough. Well, his phone won't. It
Oh,
overheats. So
gotcha.
it's all the data it's using to
Yeah.
stay in. He'll pop back in a minute. Let his phone cool down. But you watched that video that a conspiracy guru made for me, did you?
Maybe, I don't know. Off the top of my head, I want to say no.
He just made it just recently, I gather. And
Oh, then probably not.
GE Swallow told me about it. I'm like, okay. And I looked through his main live stream and I didn't see a video. Then I went to like his videos and yeah, he made a video just for me.
Good or bad?
That's good.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's conspiracy guru.
Well, I figured, but I just was kidding. The way things are these days, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, he's got me and Flats in the video, and he's rooting me on to get down to Antarctica. Basically,
Cool.
I know.
That's nice. Was he on Flats the other day?
Not conspiracy guru, no.
Oh, okay.
He hasn't. I think he came over one time on Flats.
He was on somebody's recently, I want to say. Or no, who am I? Oh, I was thinking of Mr. Chesley. Sorry.
Yeah, Mr. Ches was on Flats. Yeah,
Yeah. I was getting them mixed up.
You were in the stream, weren't you?
Not that one, I don't think.
Okay. Yeah, we spent a good hour and a half after the show was over, hanging out with all the crew from FED and Mr. Cheswick, just talking. That was an interesting day. And they're trying to make it. There's been kind of a rift between FED and Flats over a couple issues over the years, but it's just minor things. But they're trying to like make nice with everything. So all the like Adam Meekin and Flassy Klein, Kim was in there with us, and then I spent a couple of days with them on their stream on Discord. So we're going back and forth. I'm kind of like a mediator between two. I do shows with Nathan Oakley and with the panel over there. If you watch any of Quantum Racer stuff, have you ever seen them?
Is that only on Discord?
No. It's they broadcast on YouTube, but I go in. They do the show. They stream from Discord.
Oh, okay. So I won't do Discord or any of that. It's a personal thing for me, but I can't.
Well,
I just can't do it, man. YouTube is good enough. Like I'll do YouTube and Rumble, and outside of that, I've had enough.
Well, FED is their Discord is actually run by a guy named Righteous Force, and he moderates the channel very strictly. So trolls, no, they're not in there that often. When they are, they get server muted and kicked if they don't, listen. And I mean, if they don't follow the house rules, that's the way it works.
Oh, okay. I guess if you got good mods, because my experience, I haven't been, like I said, I haven't been on Discord, but I've been like on other lives on YouTube where people come from the Discord and it's just like chaos.
Oh yeah, we went into politics server today and like last week, and there was nothing but a cuss fest, dude. It was just like it was horrible.
Yeah. It's like it's like the Wild West. I don't even. I don't deal with that. I mean, I can deal with that, but I want to be respectful to somebody's show,
Yeah, you do, and I mean, but Nathan takes liberties in there because of that. He likes to let his aggressions out and servers like that. He'll go in
Yeah.
and he knows how to debate. Oh,
Yeah.
Ryan's here. So, Lev, we were talking before you left. What were we talking about when you fell out? You were saying something.
I like random times as well as regular times. Regular times are cool because I know what time you're going to be on. But if it's random times, what I'm clicking.
Hey, Ryan, what's going on, dude? He's loading
Is
his
that
gun.
Ryan?
Yeah,
Oh.
it was.
I'm
Just
not
kidding,
seeing
man.
any. I only see myself on here for whatever reason. Oh,
Lev,
maybe it's probably because you got the video up.
yeah, Lev just fell out again. He's not going to be able to stay in long. But Lev, my times are going to change because I'm going to start working daytime hours here with my new job. So my streams will be in the earlier evening for me. It's going to make it easier for him. I think that's what we were talking about originally. So the Friday I'll be doing the stream earlier in the day.
You gonna get any sleep?
Oh, I will, dude.
Yeah.
Like I sleep now, and I do 3 shows.
Oh, okay.
Not every day, but some days. So,
I'm usually
Ryan,
good if I get about 5 hours, but yeah, go ahead, sir.
I'm good with 5 hours myself around there. I follow you. I just want to see how Monterey is. How's Monterey, sir?
It's still here. There's a
It's still
lot of
there.
homeless people in this town now that were never here before. Last time I was here was about 10, 15 years ago, I think, when I
Yeah.
was like seriously, like when I worked here. And there was no homeless people at all on any of these streets. Now there's like homeless everywhere on every like overpass. It's like weird.
Yeah, that's the normal everywhere, dude. I was in Tempe like 10 years ago, and I went back like 6 years ago, and like half the town's homeless, dude. Like literally, people that I know in that town now are homeless.
Wow.
It's an epidemic, dude. It's nation.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yeah, it
I
does
don't
seem
live
to
in
be.
a big city anymore, but go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm good. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut her.
Oh, I was just saying I don't live in the big city anymore, but I still live in a pretty sizable. It's like 4 cities combined, the Quad Cities, but it's everywhere here too. The Quad Cities, it's homeless people all over the place, and yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's like you said, it's like an epidemic.
It is sickening, dude. I think so. I think they're making America sick, dude. They really are. How about you, Lev? Is it like that over in Europe? Are there a mass epidemic of homeless folks?
Yeah, it's getting worse. Yeah, it's it's really difficult to survive on like job seekers. You know what I mean? And there's not enough jobs to go around for everybody either. So it's like you're kind of stuck in a position of like that's the government's fault. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
I
taking
don't know
jobs
if
off
that's
people,
true, but
like all the self-service and all that kind of stuff, and then they're making everything like really expensive. It's kind of like we said it on news like about maybe even over 10 years ago, like during recession and all, at the beginning of the recession and stuff. And they were saying that people are going to be, they're going to be paying for food or bills. That's what people are going to be faced with. And it's kind of like, it really is. That's the situation. Guys, what do
Well,
you
I
want to pay for? Do you
understand.
want to
Like
pay for
in
your
your,
food or do you want to pay for your bills?
yeah, you got to do one or the other, right? Like you don't have much of a choice though. Food comes
Yeah,
first.
yeah, you
You
try to
come
juggle
first.
through
Yeah.
it. But so
Well,
everybody's
in
paying
Europe, I
for it.
understand.
It's kind of like all this glory that they're saying that they're going to bring forward to us when they're making us all suffer to get there. It's kind of like, well, can't we like all be in glory whilst reaching for that glory? Because it's like if if you were part of government and government were legit thing, right? It'd be the best thing for the people. You know what I mean? It's what the people's needs are. You know what I mean? If people need communication, if people need travel or whatever and stuff like that, it needs to be functionalized in a way that it's, where people can function in terms of like, having a world where we can kind of prosper. So instead of these small business getting destroyed, there should be room for anybody to create a business. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, that's in their world as well. You know what I mean? In terms of my
Yeah.
world, would be going back to nature and, getting rid of all this pollution and all these kind of things and stuff like, etc.
I got you.
It's quite a big list.
In Europe, though, I mean, the government has more hands in the socialized system, right? They're like the end all be all, and it's not quite as bad. I don't think in America they try to manipulate the economies more than anything else. That's how they really do. But I mean, they have an iron fist over there, right?
I would say they incentivize here a lot more.
Yeah, I think Lev dropped out again. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was waiting for his answer, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it is like that. And from
Yeah.
it's the norm over there for you to go to a government, uh, whatever, and get whatever you need on a regular. Is most people do that. They're more reliant on especially for health and day to day services. A lot of people do go to the government with their hands out. That they don't because they think it's the norm for them. A lot of people do that here, but it's not as bad. I don't think.
Yeah. I mean, I can't really speak to over there, but it's, I don't, I think, I'm not quite sure. I mean, I know that like we go through these timelines of like every however many years where this kind of where it like flares up and then it goes back down. Like the economy's good for a while and then it's bad again. But it just seems like now, like I'm not quite sure definitely after the whole 2020 experience, it seems like there's a whole like the people. I don't want to say it, but I'm going to like a
Go ahead.
mental illness, like everybody's mental whatever they got going up on in their heads. It just seems like it's way off kilter, more so than ever these days.
Yeah, a little left of center, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so divisive. I guess that's kind of what I was looking at. It's like the world's so divisive right now. It's just at the same time, I can also say it being divisive. Being divisive is kind of like the way that's propagandist. Like that's pushed in our faces that it's divisive, and I think that's what governments want to control. But like I don't know. I don't know if it's just something I'm seeing or if it's something that's real. I think it's a little bit of both. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of it, I think, maybe in the media, they'll put the magnifying glass on it, like this is
Right.
what it is. Da-da. Yeah, but
Right.
what I'm saying is, even though they've done that, like especially with the homeless and a lot of people being out on the streets and stuff, it's multiplied just exponentially. It's in the past 5 years since the what.
Yeah. Well, that and crime is way up too around here anyway.
Yeah. I've heard about that most of my life, but I never really saw the repercussions of a lot of it, and now I do. I get to see it on a regular. It's a normal thing. Ryan, were you saying something?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's you know what that is, right? Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Well, it is, and the media has a good way of portraying bullshit on a regular.
Yeah. I mean, in social media, that's a big part of it too.
Yeah, that makes
to
it
me
even
that's a big
worse.
part of it anyway.
Yeah. Well, we're hijacking platforms, dude, and putting some other stuff out there, alternative crap, and they're getting mad about it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, are they getting butthurt? Oh, poor babies.
I know. So I want to play the rest of this. This actually gets into McToon and a lot of his psychology and how he operates with his parishioners and the people. He really thinks that we are the slime of the earth as it goes. And I'll play some of this right quick. I'll actually try to get through most of it. Now, this map itself, you've seen it a million times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This makes me wonder, why would they actually do cartography like this back in the day? There's no reason for a great deception on that level that I can think of. And I think this has a lot to do with reality. And this is what they're hiding in a lot of respects, just like the true nature of what the world is. You guys agree?
I think for the most part.
They're hiding reality, huh? That's probably more like that than anything. Yeah.
Probably asking where the hole for the Taurus field were.
I think
Roger.
we're close.
That
And it
could
has a
be one of
circle
them
in the
right there,
centre.
couldn't it?
So that
Yeah.
fits it in that
It
kind of
could
way.
be.
Or a hole in the
Yeah.
center. Or it could be or it could be reflection. Or it could be anything.
Well,
And if it's
let's get there.
if it's like
Let's
a
do it.
magnetism which
Yeah, let's
like
get there first
rips
and figure
ships
it out.
apart as you get closer to it, then that's also
Yep.
kind of why it'd be.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That would explain why my compass points north. It's like it's a weird thing. I know.
Hmm. I wonder why.
They can't get rid of that though.
What's that all about? Well, they might have created it. How do you know that the pull towards the north is actually natural? You don't, do you?
Well, I think that they
It could be
I don't
man-made.
think it's no. I have lodestone myself. I've seen how it operates. That's not
I know, but I'm just saying it is possible, right? That they're faking where the North Pole is completely, so that we don't know where we don't
if you
find
pay
it.
attention here,
possible, right?
look on the map. You see where my cursor is right here? There's another magnetic mountain here.
Mm-hmm.
You see it?
Mhm.
Right,
Right.
just due east of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's more than one.
But not right at the center.
There's one here. There's one there.
Where are the stripes at?
Mm-hmm.
Say again, Chubby.
I just said where are the stripes at?
Stripes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are the
Yeah.
stripes
So
at?
they've changed this our realm probably more than once, but the creation of it they can't
Oh, yeah.
change. You understand that? So it's beginning. Yeah.
Oh
they
yeah.
can't.
Obviously.
All right. Let's play some more.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Roger, real quick.
Okay.
Sorry, real quick. Hey, you should change your GoFundMe. Tell them that you're going to the North Pole and the South Pole just to see what they say, just to watch them freak out. Like, oh, what? I thought you were going down south.
I say don't tell
Well,
them
that's-
anything. You just go. Yeah, that'd be the best way to go. Then they don't try to like
Sabotage
trap you or whatever, or sabotage you or whatever, or just try to like get you kick off the flyer or whatever. You never know what they could do.
I just want to see their reaction. It's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, I'm going to
Yeah, law enforcement isn't very smart, so you have to be careful.
taking a detour. But anyway, sorry.
Yeah. The video I was telling you about that Conspiracy Guru made for me. Actually, he kind of portrays that same idea you just said. I'll play it for you guys in a minute.
Do it.
Do it. All right. Well, I got to go hit the head, but I'm going to play this. I'll be right back.
Good at the head. What does that mean?
That's gotta hurt.
Don't beat it up. Yeah. Don't hit too hard.
Is that the stuff that killed Superman?
I don't know. Might be. How did he die again? Got high? He got too high. Huh?
All right. Is Lev still in here with us?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think
I
he
don't
is.
know. I don't think so.
Yeah. Hey, Lev, he is.
Well, if he is, I don't hear him.
You're still here.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Shocking.
Hello.
Isn't it?
I gotcha.
Shut calm.
This is what you get after you sit watching YouTube videos for like 3 hours straight. You got to go every once in a while.
No, you don't.
Just hold it, man.
No, you don't. Yeah. No, you don't.
You
But
can do
yeah,
like Arwen and just get adult diapers.
yeah, it could possibility. Or just look like you're wearing them anyway,
Load seat.
even though you probably wear
Here's an
them.
article they did back then on Lodestone, back in the London Times, I think. That's what it's saying.
Lodestone in the drawers?
Yeah.
Did he have lodestone in his
Probably
pants?
does. It's cold right through.
I I think it's funny that Arwen came on a show the other day, and I said hi to him. And he's like, "It
He's
was
talkable, man. He just
I
don't
was
go
like-
on his show. You'll think you're a troll automatically.
yeah. He's nicer when he's not on his own show. Yeah, that's for sure." You like the comment I made about the machete?
Yeah.
Machete man of the year.
Machete man of the year. Now look at this here. Okay. All right. Let's check this out.
This here?
This is
What about that
from
there?
the first group allegedly to reach the North Magnetic Pole, led by James Ross Clark, who found it at
Supposedly.
Cape. I can't read that. Can't say it properly.
Adelaide.
Adelaide.
Yeah, Adelaide. Okay, yeah. I just want to make sure I don't mess it up. And
It's
Butha.
okay. We already know you can't spell very
I
good. It's
know.
all good.
I'm working on it.
It is what it is.
It's a peninsula. Yeah.
Spell checker helps.
just keep jabbing. So that was
Roger
in the
refuses.
1800s, man. On June 1st, while they were surveying in the Arctic expedition.
That's when they invented spell checker?
No, they didn't. Dude.
I'm just teasing, bro. Okay,
Yeah, so they did.
Now my fingers are all sticky. Ooh, that's
They
not
found
good.
the magnetic North Pole supposedly in a slightly different location in 1903. You notice this?
They found it, did they?
Did
They
it
found
move? Did it get up and?
Was it hiding?
They found that it moved locations. That's what I'm trying to say.
No.
Slightly different location.
How does that work? So I guess it must be because of that liquid core of the earth,
nothing to do
right?
with it.
Must be
I'm
something to
pretty
do with
sure the slight difference in location probably has a lot to do with the tides, and the motion of things.
it. Slight difference.
The Earth
Slight
doesn't
difference.
sit still in all respects, dude. And a lot of it has to do with the flow of water and a lot of our own manipulation, our own canals, digging. It's
Better be careful there, Roger.
blame man for
Might
something.
make people think you believe in something. Be careful.
Yeah. Well,
Why would they do that? And why would they lie about it, Roger?
why would they go to war on many different occasions for no real reason at all, right?
Why ask why? Try but try.
Because they have to sacrifice our children. It's part of a devil's thing. So every so often, that's what they have
I'm
to
going
do.
with Cubby Bear. Why ask why?
You
Dry
used
blood
to.
dry.
You'll understand as it goes. As you get older, you'll start to see
Yeah,
it.
I've seen it.
It starts to reveal itself more and more every year. Especially when you got kids that end up going in the military against
Yeah,
their will.
I've
Yeah,
already had that happen, dude. Well, they didn't go against their will, but they went in the military.
Wow. Yeah, my sister did, but no. My sister did.
But this is
My sister's crazy.
you said it, dude. I got one of those. She's pretty crazy.
I don't mean literally crazy. I just mean she's crazy too. She likes the military. I can't stand
My
it.
daughter loved it for 4 years.
I wouldn't survive. Wouldn't survive one day there.
It wasn't fun.
The first time they called me faggot and told me to get whatever, that would be it right there, bro. I'd lose it and I'd beat the crap out of somebody.
Cubby's been in the military, right, Cubby?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
What in the Army? I was in for 8 years. I did my time and got out. I was sick of it by the time it was all said and done.
Yeah. Smart man.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have any options out of high school, so.
Right. Yeah, I got you. You didn't have money for college,
I didn't have money
so
for
you
college.
did
And my
that
parents were like fucking kicking me out, so I was like, oh.
Right. Yeah. There you go.
I mean, right.
You did
Yeah.
what you could, At least you're lucky they let you in, because a lot of times they don't let like you might not make it. Like sometimes they'll 4-H you for whatever reason.
I had to go past the ASVAB.
Your only kid or whatever.
I had to go past the ASVAB.
Oh yeah, ASVAB.
It's gonna be hard.
I did that. I passed that in high school. Before I was even 12th grade, 11th grade, they gave me an ASVAB and I passed it with flying colors. And the military wanted to recruit me, and I said, "No, I'm good. Thanks anyway."
They recruit everybody, but yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
sure
fell
they
into
do.
the trap. Well,
This is one motherfucker that ain't gonna do that.
That wasn't the full on only reason too. I mean, at the time, back before I knew what it was all about, it was kind of like a pride thing too. Like, oh, people will respect me more.
Right.
Well, they tried to recruit me into the Navy. My dad tried to shove me down that hole, and I spent a couple weeks with the recruiters, and I'm like, I weighed out my options. I said, well, I'll stay here at stateside and work. I don't really feel like it. And I've heard the stories from all my predecessors that were in the military too. Like it's not really. I know I can make it on my own. I don't. But the thing is, my parents did kick me out, and I did make it on my own for years.
Yeah.
I don't knock people that take the military route.
as they
Yeah.
should have.
Yeah.
No, I mean the experience overall sucked. I
Sorry.
wouldn't press it on anybody else. It's just like, but I at the same time, do your own thing. If that's what you want to do, then
Yeah.
go for it. But at the same time, if somebody asked me, I'd be like, hell no, don't go.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. But the point is that, I mean, some people don't have much of a choice, and you obviously have felt that firsthand yourself, right?
Yeah.
And my dad told me stories about boot camp and stuff. He was in Great Lakes, and man, it was just something that I didn't want to go through. And the experiences that he had weren't exactly like.
It was terrible. I mean, it's like a prison
Right.
experience, basically, dude.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It really is.
But it's to teach you to fight.
Right.
But I
Yeah.
get that. But it's just you're only going to use that if you happen to be, on that side of it. But I don't know.
Well, I could tell you a little story about a short little story. I'll keep it short and concise. But when I joined in 99 and in 2001, right, I went and did training missions for desert warfare, right?
Yeah.
And wouldn't you know it, right as I'm doing these training missions for desert warfare, what happens? Well, we all know what happens, right? The whole building incident. Yeah.
Desert storm starts.
So anyway, well, yeah, there's one prior to that too. Anyway, so,
yeah, I know what you mean.
But anyway,
yeah.
I was literally, we're all like, why are we doing these training missions? It's like, we're not fighting anybody right now. They don't tell. That's what people think. If you're in the military, that you're in the know. It's like, they don't tell us anything.
No,
that's only the higher
you're more compartmentalized than the people on the outside. Yeah,
like they don't tell you
exactly.
Shit,
they want you to know as little as possible, because then you don't open your big fucking mouth and run. Yeah.
But I was,
which is necessary. I get that. That's necessary. I mean, the government has to have their secrets when it comes to military. They got to be able to train you, and you have to be able to deal with that. I get that. But beyond that, I mean, yeah, I'm not much of an agreement on when it comes to military. I'm not much for like giving my soul over to somebody else.
By the end of it,
doing whatever they tell me to do.
Why the reason, what we were doing, we were fighting for oil overlords, basically. But
yes. Exactly.
But anyhow, it's just like, like I did a lot of growing up in the military, and I made some friends at the same time. So it wasn't like the whole experience wasn't terrible, but a majority of it sucked.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah, I got you. It wasn't all bad, but almost.
I mean, yeah.
My dad did 6 years and he did Vietnam. He did 4 years stint over there, and he did 2 extra years in Vietnam. I grew up in a Navy household, and we moved all over the country for the first, I'd say, 6-7 years of my, mid-teenage years. So, actually before that, until I was a teenager. So yeah, I know what military life is like, and I wasn't enlisted.
Roger was a teenager? No way. Thought you were old forever.
Old forever. Yes.
Thought you were born old. Yeah, I thought you were born bald.
How old are you, Roger?
I'm 54 now. I'll be 55 in
old.
June. Yeah.
He's an old fart. He's older than me.
I'm old enough to have grandkids. Let's put it that way.
You're not old.
Well, shit. Anybody over 30 is old.
I'm as old as if
you flip that number
around.
Yeah. Your generation's not far from
You just kill him.
Well, somebody's having problems with the weed.
Yeah. Right.
It's too good.
That sounds good, doesn't it?
You inhaled, Bill?
Not really.
You're not supposed to inhale.
Yeah. No, don't be Bill.
Well, if you don't get very high, do you?
Hey, Roger. I
don't
guess
get very high.
Trying to get in or something.
Yeah, I let him in a minute ago, and he just fell out again. He's in and out. Sorry, Liv. I'm trying to keep you in, man.
Nice one, cheers.
You're in and out. Yeah, man, you're in and out.
It brought me back in, but I think it lost connection, and it just threw me off for a second.
Sometimes I have a hard time getting on reach.
Yeah.
Have you tried using Wi-Fi instead of just like cell signal or what? I'm not sure what you're using. Are you using a computer or your phone?
He's using the phone.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, that's probably why.
I'm using the phone.
Say it again, Liv.
It's this app which throws me off all the time. It's quite rare. It's drags past, and sometimes you get traffic and that will like throw internet up.
Damn it, Liv. Every time you do that, it makes me want to clear my
So
throat.
yeah, it's
You know
like I
that,
say,
right?
it's
So then I start
Twitch
doing
now.
it.
We don't get any problems at all.
No, we don't.
Streaming is really good.
Oh, really? Is that really true?
It takes a lot more data to do this, and I'm doing a stream just for him.
Yeah.
So I mean Friday,
I
sorry.
think I know what you mean.
And I'm gonna have Mikey on too. Him and Mikey and Liv are gonna do a split show. I know.
Uh-oh. That ought to
It
be
will be.
interesting. Together? Like
No,
togetherness?
I'm
Or
gonna do his first, and then I'm gonna do Mikey's next. They're gonna present.
oh, I see. They're just back to back, not together.
It's gonna be the same show. I'm
Got
gonna
it.
play some more of this. We'll get into. It's gonna go into McToon in a minute.
MC Tune.
McToon, whatever you want to freaking call him.
It's Michael C. Tune. That's his name.
I don't think his name's Toon.
I want to talk
in
about
real
Jen
life.
for a second.
Okay, hold on. What were you saying?
It's quite a quiet stream.
Is anybody
We've only got
who they
like
really say
700
they
people
are?
watching. So, in terms of, it might be like a secret conversation in a sense. Like, you know what I mean? It's like one which shouldn't rather be like exploded over or out like that. But do you remember in past, Jaron used to talk about pretending to be a Glober to get subs and views, and then eventually do the flip and go back to Flat Earth and show, you know, to the mass views it has got at that point. Then, you know what I mean, and stuff. I don't know, because it's like, you know, there's a lot of weird
But who can
behavior.
tell what the hell he's doing?
Like the
He's always-
final experiment.
He's doing. He's
a complete mess. If you know what I mean, because it looks
He's
like he's turned into a
doing, like-
Glober rather than is playing a trick. You know what I mean? But he did talk about that as a trick.
Yeah, he did. So you think that he may be like holding this ace in the sleeve?
Yeah, he has to foreshadow it. He has to forewarn you. That way
He's
you
always
expect
doing
it.
soft
Then
disclosure.
Then you can't say, "Oh, well, that was sneaky." You can just say, "Well, I told you I was going to
We
do
said
that."
it on Flat Sundays. Then Toon might hear it, and they might think, "Hey up," you know what I mean? It's like, it might be best not
They're
to
watching now.
promote the idea as such, but as a small group and stuff like that. So we don't have people that watch
Right.
it after a stream. Kind of like,
Yeah, I hear you.
Right.
So just to recap all that, so Jaron Campanella there may be a slim chance that he's playing the globalist agenda out.
Both sides.
Well,
Both sides.
well, no, and if he's going to go in, he's going to go all in.
Because one minute he's claiming the Earth's flat, and the next minute he's claiming that he doesn't know. It doesn't
I
make any
think he's
sense.
just trying to make as much money as possible to get out of everything.
Yeah, I think he figures that. He
makes
figures that
sense.
since his show is probably
think,
going to die now that he's switched flip sides, he figures if he just does it this way, then people will stick around and he'll keep his following. But I still think it's going to crash hard on him. I think everybody's just going to finally flop and say, "Just that's enough." You know, like I used to watch his stuff every once in a while, at least have him in my channel, and like, you know, his videos would pop up. But I took him off a long time ago because he started saying shit that wasn't. It's not real, right? I'm like, wait a minute, bro. You know. And then, you know, he has all these people like, not Nico, who's that other guy? Bro Sanchez. He has all these guys on his show that are fucking basically just liars. I mean, they're singing the right song, but they're really not. They're not on our side at all. They're on the wrong side almost on everything.
Yeah.
They're on the wrong side of, you know, the religion and the Bible, and they're on the. It just seems like, and I keep seeing these people pop up everywhere on everybody's show, and it's like, why are you guys all having this guy on just because somebody else had him on? Now you got. It doesn't make sense to me. It's like, if he's not singing the same tune as you, why would you want to put him on your show? You know, and have him singing. It just, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
well, you saw what he's doing.
Well, I guess it's, you know, get all his viewers to come to our show because we put him on ours, right? Yeah.
Everybody's got stuff to offer. Everybody should be lifted up. It shouldn't
spreading the truth. Well, I get it.
Into one pocket.
Yes, we should use
because they're stealing everybody's work as well.
We should use advertising and marketing.
Let's try doing it.
Don't you agree that we should be marketing it?
Let's try talking one at a time. All right. Okay. I mean, that was completely inaudible. All right, Lev, what were you saying? And then Ryan.
What?
Me and my mate used to speak at the same time, like just two of us, like, and we're both talking and we're both listening to each other whilst talking, so we couldn't do it.
I do that all the time with friends of mine.
Yeah, that's in real life, but I mean, this is in the show that people can't hear
This is difficult
both of
on the
you at the
screen,
same time.
I can hear everybody just fine.
Bring them round.
That's not the audience.
I realize that. I'm sorry, audience.
I'm sorry.
I'm such a bad guy.
Yeah, for us, it's just like pals chatting, but everybody in the chat or everybody that's watching, it's like a big jumbled mess.
Yeah. Well, Lev, you were saying basically, Jaren is. You think that he actually has a good heart at this, or he's just tired of everybody, mudslinging, and he's just going to cash out and get money.
I
And get
think
out.
when he got duped
I
by
wanted to
them,
throw it out
I
there.
think when National
It's just
Geographic duped him, I think that pissed him off.
Remember the order, sir.
I thought I was I thought I spoke
I
first.
said
All
Lev
right,
and
I'm
then
sorry.
Ryan.
Me.
Sorry.
Me and Ryan are the same person, I think.
Sorry.
Well, we're saying the same thing. It's just
We're the
it's not
same
coming out
person,
right.
but
We're both
you
trying to
do it.
speed parts off.
And he's still going.
Telepathically speaking.
All right, let's try this again.
Well, what
One more
question
time.
again?
Right, Lev.
Oh yeah, like with Jalen. It's
Yeah,
gonna
the
like
question was, do you think that?
I want to throw it out there as like the potential, It's gonna like it's one thing, but with this
Roger, why aren't
play
our
that I've
faces up
seen,
there?
I mean, it looks
God,
like
man, you can't.
it looks like he's
You won't
looking
let him. Hold
he's
on a
looking for
second.
the celebrity lifestyle and the money mainly. That's what it looks like. But maybe maybe that's part of the jig. I mean, maybe that's part of his game. It's difficult to say. It's difficult. I don't know at the moment though. It's for the most part. I feel like he's gone to Globe. But like I said, I just wanted to chuck it out there as like as a potential. But
I got you. All right, now Ryan, what do you think? Your honest opinion? Do you actually think that he's throwing everybody under the bus, or is he legitimately trying to get out of the game completely? But I think he's just trying to throw everybody.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's probably a little bit of both, but I think he knew what I think what happened is remember when they did that laser test and him and Bob and all those guys got together and they did that laser thing? I've got the whole thing on my hard drive. Okay. So they came together to do this laser test and National Geographic, of course, came along and made a little video and just basically crashed the party and made us all look stupid. Right. I think that's where he realized that there's not much you can do about it. Like the media is going to always twist everything you do and they're always going to have the final say before it goes on the air. And I think a lot of people don't realize that. They think that at some point we're going to win some kind of, like popularity contest and they're going to put the real content and the truth on the TV. And they're never going to do that, bro. That's never going to happen.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying?
What do you think about all of that? Do you think that Jaren is actually just going to cash out, or is he going to take everybody down with him? What do you think?
I think a little, kind of what Ryan said, a little bit of both. I think that he thought this TFE thing was going to go better than he thought it was, and he was hurt that everybody didn't go along with his little plan or whatever. So now he's kind of pissed off at them and trying to take out those people that are kind of, taking down his little plan to make money, basically. And I think, he's eventually going to try and cash out. But I mean, lucky for me, I didn't really pay much attention to him until like Sav went on and did debate. So I'm not as like privy to Jaren as most people are, but I haven't liked the guy from Jump Street. And even after a while, even watching Sav do debates on there, I couldn't stand watching it. So for what little that I see of him now, I just don't like the guy. And I think he's just trying to cash out.
Yeah, I get you. So here's my.
There's all other connections, like the connection to like Mark Sargent and David Weiss and all these kind of things. And now, like, also if they play against each other, because I've seen that as well. Because like Jaden's like making videos about David Weiss, but if they're on the same team, then they're just playing against. It's the same as like when Jaden debates with McToon. If they're both on the same team anyway, they're both rolling in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The truth movement, in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
Have you noticed whenever we talk about Jaren on any of our shows,
it's also like lead the opposition.
Uh-oh. And there he goes again. Now, I wanted to add my 2 cents in right quick. Now, ever since the first documentary, quote unquote, I think he saw an opportunity, and him and I think Robbie Davis decided that they were going to go ahead and make this next documentary. I think that was planned out from that point on. Once they saw what the media was going to do with whatever they did, they were going to cash in on it. So they went along with this final experiment, and they knew exactly what they were doing before they left here, and how they were going to deceive everybody in the process.
I heard Robbie Davison did this.
Well, and I think it's Robbie Davison. He's the one who actually put that documentary together, Behind the Curve.
Oh yeah. I know, but I thought you meant TFE. I thought you were talking about
Well, no, but he's behind the scenes in all of this. Believe it or not, and he's making money off of it. He's a video.
Well, we know one person who definitely is, and that's Dave Weiss. He's up in all of it. He's always is.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to anybody going like the connection between the media, like what's his name's dumb show that nobody watches anymore, Toe Rogan.
Toe Rogan. Yeah, well, now that's the issue. Now is that Toe Rogan is now on the plate again. You might say. I think Lev's trying to get back in. He can't. Yeah, so that's why Jaron's all like kissing butt with Joe Rogan, because he wants to be like Joe Rogan, like the conspiracy hub guy.
Right.
And Joe makes bank.
Somebody's got to replace him.
He's never gonna get that big.
No, he's not. Not quite.
If it wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not at all. Doesn't surprise me.
Because remember, they recruit the best of the best, and if Jaron is that good that he can deceive us all, then why wouldn't he be good at deceiving other people too?
Mm-hmm. Well, I did call him out on Speaker's Corner before he left for this one, and I told him we'll have fun with your next.
Oh yeah, we all did, dude. Everybody, all of us did. We all said, nope, this is what's going to happen. We all guessed it. I mean, I'd say about half of us knew exactly what was going to happen from the very beginning, because it's always the same thing. Mm-hmm. If the media is going to get involved, they're going to make sure it looks like this. You know what I'm saying? And you can just count on that. There is no getting around.
When Duffy said he was going to bring in a Hollywood producer to make his documentary, I knew what was going to happen. When Jonathan showed up on the scene.
Yeah, that's when you knew the CGI was coming into it. Right?
Here comes the waterwork. I mean, the video. It is all going to be mass produced.
Yeah, here comes the
airbrush. Lev was making a good point before he got cut off too, about how they kind of like create this fake drama to kind of go, but that's another way they make money too. It's like, Weiss and Jaron are fighting. They're cashing in both on all this crap. Same with the Strange World crap and all that. But
well, they're making bank off of it. And the smaller channels like FED and other people, they barely make enough money just to pay their own bills if they're producing content. They don't have like the national sponsors, and eyeballs aren't on them. But we're pushed in the corner and called crazy. The crazy's over there.
Yeah, Joyce, I was going to say, we were all calling it out. I mean, the first day, remember the first time when Keith asked me, what do you think of TFE and this guy when it first started? And I said he's a charlatan, and I bet he's going to lie his ass through it all, and I bet he's going to fake most of it because they obviously can't do what they think they're going to do. So not that I really had any ideas on one way or the other, whether there was 24 hours of sun or 24 hours of light or whatever. I mean, it's possible, I guess. Anything's possible, right? But does that mean it's flat or not flat? No. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, but instead of focusing on that, everybody seemed to want to focus on having Duffy on their show and having, it was just like over and over and over. We should have had people that were countering it on the show instead. Fuck Duffy.
Cubby,
you know what I mean?
Dropped out, man. Cubby, all right? And now Lev dropped
out. Yeah, the internet must just be shitty tonight, bro. Like, it must just be really bad.
Well,
back to
maybe
just the two of us.
Now just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us, you and I. Anyways, it's been fun so far on this little.
So I've missed 3 shows since we started, Roger, where I wasn't there at all. 3 times.
Yeah,
right?
Around that maybe.
3, yeah, right. So I'm wondering, like, why is it that some people don't even know who the fuck I am?
Dude,
you can't tell me that I'm not the most obvious fucking person here that's here just for the fun of it, right? I enjoy being social. That's what I enjoy about this. And I enjoy talking about the truth and revealing the truth to whoever will listen, I enjoy that. I do. I get a kick out of it. My wife thinks it's stupid because she thinks I'm wrong, but if she only knew how right I was and how I actually did my homework to find out the information and I didn't just make it up and just learn it from some dummy, then I think she would probably listen to me. But well, I wish.
Yeah, she's not gonna. It's not gonna happen, dude. My oldest daughter's like that too. she doesn't listen when I point out things to her. She likes to argue about it. And my youngest, she actually sees what I'm doing, and she can actually comprehend it a little better. It's just a mentality thing.
My daughter has admitted that she watched the show.
The
She's
show,
watched a couple. Yeah, but she said that when she did watch one, and then we said something about transgender or something. Somebody made a comment, and then that turned her off. She didn't want to watch anymore. I'm like, that's not what we talk about, though. That was just some dummy coming in there saying something about it. What difference does it make?
Yeah.
You know, like, don't take that personally. You know, everybody has their own opinion. You know, like, I mean, I don't believe in being cruel to people. No, I don't believe in like shadow banning people just because they're gay. No, I don't believe in that. But I don't necessarily agree with gay either. You know, it's like, to me, for me, it's like there's this clash, right? Because
Yeah.
I don't want to be a rude person. I don't want to be unchristian like, because it would be wrong for me to treat you badly just because you decided you wanted to do it with some other person that's not your same sex. That's none of my business, right? So
Yeah,
I would just prefer to keep it that way. It's none of my
that's
business.
that's a whole different social thing, even and a moral thing for that matter. On top of it, you know.
Right. It's amazing how many people think that it's moral to do that, but it's not. You know, it's against nature. It's like, you know, and I don't know. You know, it's difficult for me to even discuss it because I don't want, you know, my daughter could be watching, and if she hears me say the wrong thing, I don't want her to get upset with me and think that I don't love her or care about her, because I do. I most certainly do. But I'm just frustrated. You know, it's just frustrating to deal with that because, you know, she's young and she doesn't know much. You know, she's trying to tell me she knows all these things and understands all these things, and I know she doesn't. She's too young.
Well,
The
I
only
want to get back.
experience she has is from the television. You know.
Yeah, television is not a way to raise a child. You see, and I've heard it put this way: a cathode ray nipple is the only wet
No,
nurse
but
that'll.
damn, it works so well when you don't want to have to fucking sit there.
Yeah, it's the only wet nurse that'll
That's a
leave a
joke.
triple, dude. Yeah, that's a joke, but it's true. You know, I want to play a little more of this. I'm gonna grab a drink. I'll be right back. Keep your eyes peeled on this show.
I wish I could chat in the text, but I can't. Won't let me.
Man-made magnets do not exist in nature. The Earth is not a gigantic magnetic bar. Would you agree with that, Ryan? Do you think there's a giant magnetic bar running through the center of an Earth somewhere? Nah. I don't think you can hear me.
I said no. That's obviously ridiculous, because if that were true, then your compasses would point to the ground, not to the north, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So that's kind of fucking stupid, if you ask me.
Well,
It's even a stupid question to ask somebody, because everybody knows a compass has to be held level in order to find north. And if that's the case, then north can't be in the center of the Earth. Now, can it?
Nope.
Nope, it can't. I don't care how many magnetic waves you get. It's bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit.
But they actually preach that crap, man.
I mean, there might be a static electricity field that's like that affects things, but it's not what they're saying it is. They're lying about it. They're just making you think this because then you're afraid, so you're scared.
I have
just like they tell you that the North Pole is frozen. They only told you that because they figured if you thought it was frozen, you wouldn't go there. Turns out it's in the middle of the ocean, and it's not frozen.
I don't think it's in the middle of the ocean neither, dude. I think that there's a lot more.
It is though.
In the center.
Well, there's islands, but I'm saying it's basically out in the middle of the ocean. There is no solid ice anywhere in the North Pole, at least not in the summertime or whatever. You know, the warm type. I mean, yeah, it does freeze, but I'm saying it's not like all icebergs like the South area, right?
Yeah.
Those things are like permafrost. There's like glaciers that have been frozen for hundreds of years or whatever, thousands of years or whatever they claim, however old they are, or whatever.
So no, I'm going to go with it. I don't think.
And if it never defrosts, then the ice is literally as old as when it first started. When it started as an ice cube, right? And it got bigger and bigger.
I got it. So the thing is with that is I don't believe what they're showing you, like in the Nat Geo thing, like that this is the North Pole. You know, Yeah, I don't think that's it.
Well, they keep saying that it moves, and that's horse shit. We all know
Yeah.
that because we're not on a spinning ball. If we were on a spinning ball, that might make sense, even though a spinning ball doesn't make sense. But I guess if we were able to just forget everything about physics and then decide that we live on a ball, then yeah, maybe that would kind of make some sense if all those things that they claim about the Earth being shaped like a ball worked. But since they don't, I don't see how that would actually work. It just doesn't make logical sense. The only logical explanation is you live on a plane. It's not perfectly flat. No, the water might be close to very perfectly flat, but the dirt isn't. So,
Yeah.
you know,
I
is
wanna
it flat Earth? Nah, I don't know. Maybe not. But it's more like flat plane is what it is, not flat Earth. Plain Earth, but plain Earth because it's
Plane Earth, yeah, it's
a
definitely
3D plane.
planar. It's definitely plane, and it operates differently than what they say. That they made a model and they make their observations fit, and they randomly pick the observations they do. And I wanted to
Right.
welcome Crystal Jim in. I don't know who Crystal Jim is. Oh, let's say
Nothing
hi.
really new.
Yeah, we got a new person. And hey, Lev, I see you made it back.
Oh, Crystal Jam. Oh, hi. I think I saw. No, that I think that person was here the last time we did it. I think that was their first time. What's
Yeah,
up, Lev?
same Crystal Gem in a few chats. Hey.
I didn't know who they were. And not that I'm suspicious of everybody that comes in here, or you can't be, or you won't have anybody watching you.
Okay, Covey, come back when you get your internet back, dude.
Yeah, he's going to get his internet back going. So I'm going to give you a moderator wrench, just because. I give everybody one for the most part, unless I know who you are and know what you're up to. And I like your avatar too. He's got see his avatar or her.
But don't forget, we can take that spanner away just as quickly as we gave it to you.
All right, master.
So be warned.
Yes, master. Right away, master. And if you don't eat
all it really gives you the ability to do is post shit. I mean, it's not. I mean, you can mute people, but it's not like you can really do a whole lot besides. I think it's more of a matter of respect, you know. Like if you're serious about the channel and you know you're with us, you're on our side or whatever, you half-ass believe what we're trying to tell you or what we're trying to show you, then yeah, I would say that would be a positive thing. But if you don't believe that, then we don't expect you to pretend like you do. And you can still watch. I'm not going to get mad at you because you don't believe me, even if you listen to me every day. I'm not going to get mad. I mean, as long as you're in the chat and you're being polite and you're not being rude and you're in whatever argument you have, you got some evidence for, then I'm probably not going to ever get mad at you or kick you out. But yeah, but if you're a troll, like I don't have any time for it. If I'm mediating or moderating, then you're gone. Like as soon as I realize that you're there and you're a troll, you're done. Like trust me, when I start mediating or moderating, whatever you want to call it, once I start doing that, you'll notice it because it'll be like what Vicky does. I won't tolerate any crap. It'll just be my way or the highway. So God forbid you ever actually get me to actually moderate my own channel.
Okay. Do you remember that movie we watched? What was that remake of Oz movie, Ryan?
Which one?
The one with the wind up robot.
Oh yeah. Return to Oz. Yeah, Return to Oz. I think is what it's called.
That was your favorite character, wasn't he?
Yeah, I like that little guy. I always thought he was cool.
Yeah, I can see why. I had to make a joke, man.
Well, he's chubby and he walk. I just always thought it was funny how they made him walk. It just was like, dude. I was thinking to myself when I first saw the robot when it was sitting there, I was like, how the fuck is this thing gonna walk around and not look stupid, right?
Yeah.
Because I kept thinking like, how would they make it balanced because the way it's shaped and everything. I was thinking about all the different, you know, like because if you're like me and you build things, then you kind of know like what works and what doesn't. So when you see something that looks off or it doesn't look symmetrical, you're like, okay, what the fuck is this, right? You're just laughing at it because you're expecting it to fail or something, you know, that kind of thing. But anyway,
thanks for proving my point.
Yeah,
Wind Ryan up and he keeps going. It was a joke, dude. It was a joke.
I'm called the Energizer Bunny.
Yep. I want to play a little bit more of this. I think I want to move it forward because you basically you get the gist of what the North Pole basically is. That's why he goes into the physics of vacuums and how you can't use them next to. So that's going to skip ahead a little bit. If anybody understands basic physics.
Can you think of anything that actually does make sense about the globe Earth theory?
No, there's not much at all.
I mean, the best thing they've got is look up there. Look, see that dot in the sky? That's going around in a circle. That means we're spinning. Okay. But if I were to sit here and pick you up off the ground and spin you around, You're telling me that you wouldn't notice me spinning you around if you were closing your eyes? Yeah, you would. You'd feel as soon as I made contact with your body or picked you up. Even if I didn't touch you physically, if I made you levitate, you'd still feel the motion. And you're telling me that somehow everybody in the world just ignores all that motion.
You can feel it, can't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, come on, dude. Really? And you think this makes logical sense? Okay.
Yeah. Well, that is a straw man that they built to start with. Is all the motions and all the forces that are involved in their universe average out to nothing. Do you understand? It's all a big zero. The forces counteract each other, even in their math, till it zeroes out to no motion, no forces attributed to it at all. It's a perfect balance, and they don't really make any claims in the process. They just say this is the reason why, and they won't show you how and why. There's no science to it at all. It's just a giant myth. That's honest truth.
Well, before they told this story, there was another story, right? And then before that, there was a different story too. But they just keep changing it. They change it to match whatever the media is pushing, right? So the media and them, they all have to coincide. It makes sense, right? They all have to be logical and stick together. So if they all use the same kind of brainwashing programs to sell you shit as they do to brainwash you into believing in politics and football and that baseball's real and all those people are really actually great athletes, even though, yeah, they might be able to run around the bases. That's great, or hit the ball. But in reality, the game is decided by some casino. So, you could say whatever you want about it, but it's just cheese, right? It's just all cheese. It's all sour cream and cheese. It's like, okay, you can call it whipped cream if you want, but we all know you're not gonna put that on your ice cream, bro. You know what I mean? You're not gonna be putting that cream cheese on there. You know what I mean? Because it tastes funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna share this video because Joyce says she likes it, so I'm gonna let her. I'll share the channel or this video with everybody in the chat right quick.
The hillbillies.
They can take it home. There you go, Joyce, in Chicago, and everybody else who wants it. The video that we're watching now is in the stream, so I'm going to go back to playing it.
And welcome, Crystal, by the way. Again.
Yeah, and if you have anything to add to this, feel free to come in, and you can if you have the ability to do so. Oh,
I'm just kidding.
okay. All right, let's play some more of this. This is basically you're seeing who's riding shotgun in this pseudo circus. It's McToon. Yeah. Yeah, he just
that's what I told you.
Met
Remember, I said that
out
the
of
first
the
day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they were down like 2 or 3 years ago in Antarctica setting up everything for their TFE thing before they even went.
Thanks for backing me up, Cubby, by the way.
I think he's going to try to come back in a minute.
That'd be good. We don't get to hear much from him lately.
No, he's a good guy. Like, you ready?
I see myself.
Dale Duffy boy in the final straw.
But now he's everywhere. He's like in every chat. Seems like everybody's like, "Who's this guy?" I go, "Oh, he's cool. He's with me."
Yeah. I like him. Yeah. He's straightforward. He don't take crap from anybody, and he speaks his mind.
Well, anybody from Chicago's got to be a little bit cool, right?
Well, they got to be a little crass too. I have more of a Gentile way because I was raised down in the South, but it's more like a Bible Belt whip your ass thing if you get out of line. That's the way I was raised. But I guess it did me good. Only time will tell.
I know. I hate that they
want them because they're so dumb that somebody's smugness would change their opinion on the shape of the earth. I want them to definitely tattoo on their forehead, flat earther.
No, they need to tattoo on their forehead, Sofa Kingdom.
Yeah, so that shows you his mentality from the go.
Yeah, day one, Duffy was a dipshit.
I think that people conflate that azimuthal for a precise map, and it's not. The longitude and latitude, time and dates are pretty square for the most part. You can't take validity away from the whole thing, but it's not a model of what the sun's going to do or anything
Time
else.
zones are political.
Yeah, I know they don't match the sun at all or the moon.
funny that way.
Yeah, it is weird, isn't it?
Yeah, see how it's flat. When you're at ground level, it's flat, and it just suddenly hooks. We all know that doesn't happen, though.
This is a time lapse that I took of sunrise
Now watch this.
in Punta Arenas. So we decided to want to get the sunrise to be able to show that the sun not only rose south of us, so out
It
to
seems
sea,
to me
but
like
the
it
fact
would
that
come
and
towards
it was
you,
moving in
rise,
this
and then it would go
same
away from you,
direction,
Well, that's
left,
not
and then it
the
would
point of
go
this.
away.
right to left direction, which is
You'll
obviously
see what he's going to
opposite
show.
to the north.
Hold on. He's wrong about what he's saying. He portrayed it wrongly too. He's at a different latitude that he's actually portraying. It's not exactly the south where it's rising from. There's a lot of
But if the
trickery
North
in
Pole
south.
moves, then so would all the latitudes, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they don't.
Wow, isn't that interesting?
There's more to it.
Well, yeah, but there's just enough to where it confuses you into thinking that they must be right because they have all this figured out, right? Yeah.
No, they don't.
I know, but I'm saying that's what most people will think, though. They'll just assume that, well, they're the scientists, they must know, right? They just don't tell us the exact stuff because they don't want to plague us with, petty shit or whatever that we wouldn't understand. But that's not true. Everybody can understand science. It's not difficult to understand.
Well, it's not science.
It's all about, I know, but I'm saying if we were using science, it would be easy to understand. We do tests and we make, we do things a certain way. We follow a code of conduct. We don't just make shit up and then theorize and then decide that we're smarter than everyone else, because it doesn't work like that. That's not right when it comes to like human beings or morals or any of that. It's not right. It's wrong.
Well, the thing is, we're poking holes in their model, and they can't take that. They won't be able to punt their new theory next year, write their next paper.
But they haven't ever manifested their model, have they?
Yeah. No,
They've
they
never
haven't.
proven it beyond the shadow of a doubt. So I don't understand how anybody thinks they're going to be butthurt. They never proved it in the first place. I think everybody knows deep down in their gut that it's just a level plane, and it is what it is, right? It doesn't change, doesn't spin, and does not move, and you're not going to end up somewhere on the other side of the universe next week. No, it's bullshit.
Well, everything can be described in this. Astronomy actually has done it.
Yeah, it's so simple. You just realize that you have a dome over your head and the stars rotate because that's what God made them to do. We don't know the fucking purpose or any of that. We don't know anything beyond that. We only know what the scripture says, and we only know what's obvious. And usually, 99% of the time, the Bible reveals the truth by showing you. It doesn't just tell you it's right. It shows you in your own life, like how things turn out. And it tells you what you should have done in the beginning. And then when you find out later that you've done it wrong, that's how you learn. That's how you understand the Bible was right. Get it? Just like with anything, right? You read the instructions and then you realize why you weren't getting that thing to work right. Like you couldn't program that VCR because you didn't know how to switch to the damn timing, or whatever. You have to understand all the processes before you can understand the whole, right?
Well, you got to understand the mechanism itself. And
right, exactly. You have to understand
how it works.
Yeah.
What makes it work, that's the mystery.
And everybody always asks me, like, why do I want to know all the details about how things work and why they work? I said, because it's important. Because if you know that, then not only are you smarter for knowing the information and the trivia of just knowing the answer to the question, but you also know why that question is right or wrong, right? And I like to know I like to go beyond just what's on the surface. I like to show that I did my homework, and it shows how intelligent I am, or it shows at least that I care about some things, But it's up to you guys. You can believe it.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of information in this documentary alone. What I like. They're more concise than they are in the mainstream. They like to throw a lot of things to the wind.
Yes, and just like Austin has proven to us, even though Austin is what he is, he has proven to us that the scientists themselves that they prop up and say that they claim that all this stuff's true, they actually argue with them against their own theories. So go figure that. So we know they're just theories. So just remember that they're just theories, guys. They're not reality.
Yeah, and even the geodetic surveyors and the gravity. I'm trying to remember what they call it. It's a gravity survey that actually it has to operate in its origins in the same plane.
Well, gravity would have to have a mind of its own. It would have to be a living thing in order to pull on everything in the right way to keep a ball spinning through space at that speed. It's just not possible. I don't know.
Even the stars and the moons.
There's no way it could happen by accident. I think it'd be like, 500,000 billion trillion quadrillion, whatever the fuck it is. Like you can't even imagine how many zeros were after that if you were to guess how that would happen. Might happen by accident, right? First of all, you got to have this matter that just existed before everything else existed, before matter existed at all, before time even existed. It just sprang forth into existence on its own, right? Just exploded into being.
Well, that's
Doesn't make
impossible.
sense. I know it is, but that's what they claim how we were made.
Yeah.
But instead, it's very simple. God was obviously the master of all the elements of the water, right? And he built this place under the water to put us. That makes more sense. Even though it does sound crazy, I'll admit it. It does sound crazy that maybe some being or some man or some guy in a big robe and a beard could actually be in charge of who you are and have made you. But I absolutely think that's true. But I don't think he's a man. I don't think he has a beard. I think he's an entity. He's beyond what our understanding is. That's otherwise, how could he create us, right?
Yeah.
But
they're doing hit pieces on us right now, dude. There's 2 channels that just put 2 hit pieces up, and they're mostly redneck. Yeah, I know. Like
good
me, you, Flats, and everybody else.
enjoy your popularity while you pick on somebody who doesn't care about you or even give a shit about what you think, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, have fun with that. Yeah.
It's, I knew it was coming. I saw this coming way before. Duffy's got money. He's investing into these little hit channels. They're doing. We never heard of these people before. Yeah. Well,
I mean, even if I were to stay small, like to 100, 200 feet or whatever, I'd rather stick with those subscribers and be honest with myself than to shill and lie or even pretend to be on somebody's side. I'm not going to do that. I'm not a, I don't follow people. You might notice that about me.
Yeah.
Is that I'm not a follower. If you have information for me and you got evidence for it, show it to me, and then I'll know it too. But if you don't have evidence and you're just going to tell me this is what the way things are, but it's just your idea, then yeah, okay, I'll hear you out. But am I going to take any of it seriously? No, probably not. Right?
No.
I'm not going to invest my time in it. Now, if I see there's something to it or whatever, it triggers my curiosity.
A lot of these people that are doing those hit pieces, they think they're actually right. They actually believe in the globe and its model. They believe there's a South Pole.
I find that hard to believe.
No,
I find that hard to believe.
They honestly believe in 3rd grade science, dude. Okay,
but I find that hard to believe because I think every normal man is an intellectual enough to admit when he's wrong, especially when it comes to like having some geniuses in the room telling you that you're wrong, and they all showing you all the evidence that they could, and you sit there and go, no, that's just bullshit.
I literally
how can you stare at all the evidence and go, no, it's not?
Well, dude, they don't look at it as evidence. They don't even understand the words that some people say. I'm dead
but
serious.
It's
education level, dude. That's the point.
Yeah. No, I mean, I didn't even graduate high school, but I get it.
Yeah, but you understand words and their meanings for the most part. And these people don't even understand what the words mean. Period. And they don't even care about that. They just want to get money and get on YouTube and embarrass people. They think they can. But they won't come over here and talk to me or Flats or anybody else. They're going to sit over in the corner and point fingers at you and laugh at you when they actually don't understand what they're talking about, dude.
But that's what their subs like, though. People that watch their show obviously just like to be lied to. They enjoy. They just enjoy the.
Dude, they don't think they're lying.
The bullshit.
Their audience believes in the globe and everything they were taught as a child.
You really think they're asleep after all that?
What they see on TV, they think it's all real. None of it's fake.
Well, then how are they convincing their viewers and not showing them the truth? Because they must be editing everything they put out about us or we put out.
Well, yeah, they are.
Show it to them.
That's why they call them hit pieces.
Right, exactly. So basically, what we're saying is you're following some guy that's telling you that he knows something because he claims he's done all this research on all of our channels and claims this stuff is true. But have you ever actually looked at it yourself? Well, no. If you haven't done that, then you're probably just an asshole because you're just basically sticking on someone's side because he seems to be smarter than the rest of them or he seems to have more education or what. Dude, education has nothing to do with it. I know people who are college professors that can't understand this. They can't get it. They're so stuck on it. They believe so wholeheartedly in their own fucking, their shit don't stink, but they just literally cannot even like lower themselves enough to realize that maybe they were taught wrong. Even if that meant that something great and get a Peace Prize or something, but they're not interested. It's weird.
They're high on their own supply, dude. That's Cubby.
I don't know. I find it hard to believe that anybody, because it didn't take me long when I started seeing some of the evidence. Like at first I thought, well, there's no way that's true, right? Because because even though I knew the earth was flat, I still just believed that the majority of the stuff that the globe thing said was probably either very similar to what you would see in the world, or that they had some way of faking it to where they could convince you, right? Kind of like when they do the moon thing and they try to show you eclipses, but they can't recreate a real eclipse in the classroom, so they use they use oversized balls to make sure that it works. But every kid in the class should have already looked at it and said, "Wait a minute, they had to use an oversized ball for a moon to make the eclipse work. Why did they have to do that? If you know the moon and the sun and all this all have to be exactly this right distance away, you're saying that this is an accident, even though you go millions of miles through space to get to the other side of the universe, and you come all the way back to the other side again in 1 year. And you're saying that you went to all that traveling, but you didn't feel any of it, and nothing moved, nothing twitched, nothing. This is bullshit, dude. It's just
they've been
shit.
snowballed, dude. That's really what it is. They really haven't.
It's like you believe that cartoon physics work, right? You know, people don't levitate, bro. It's always a trick. There's no real levitation.
They fell for it, dude. And
there's either air below them, and they're wearing some kind of suit that doesn't flop around, so you can't see. There's always a trick to it, or they're using digital.
Ryan, it's lunchtime. I told David I was going to premiere some of his videos, the music videos.
I wonder if my buddy Dave, he's at my house tonight, so I wonder if he's watching the show.
He might be.
Yeah, he's watching my house. I pay him to.
I'm gonna play this. Ready?
Yes.
Liv.
Hey, how we doing?
Hey, good. I'm playing one of the Banner's tracks right now. I'm waiting for it to go. It's playing. Oh, here it comes. You've seen the lunchtime one, right? Didn't you, Liv?
Sorry?
You seen the lunchtime video? This one.
Yeah. Look, no one's perfect beneath the surface. You in a circus and you got no verses, not my equal. Or the lesser of two evils, a remake of a Steven Seagal sequel. I spit venom, lethal in increments, carve into him with sharp instruments, then implement my plan of attack to have you zigzagging across the street to collect my bags. Vulturing past me the Rizzler, bitch, you know the rest. I twist them, rip them, and light them, jizz. You copy, paste, and bite them. I got my long sight and it's silent night. Keep counting sheep, yo. Rhyme writers reject these bar biters. I hope they turn green from envyitis. I hope they catch a tropical virus that sends their brain capacity Miley Cyrus. I'm like a virus connecting wireless silently through the night, projecting kindness. Be silent, you need to get focused. How can you be the dopest using hocus pocus? I will verbally take, then I'll instigate to have you white chalked and yellow tape for heaven's sake. You're at heaven's gate, doors were closed, it's bitter to be late. I drop bombs like Dempsey in his late 20s. I eat jellies that hits pound a penny. I'm getting heavy when you pray so messy. You're already waiting for the reincarnation of SETI. My defense is impregnable, inevitable. When I show you that iron mic, you turn vegetable. I'm impetuous, totally reckless. I gotta run around your bitch to give her a pearl necklace. C6 Corvette and sick Cortez 6 tech dot saying that you're next. See, I'm me. I see these Dalai Lamas, and when I give you enlightenment, bitch, that's karma. Your lack of imagination so blatant you've taken God's creation and created this abomination. Man, it's whack, cause when I blaze the green, this whole smash hole clap, so how about that? My remedy, get an enemy, get a felony, twerk bitch, spliff and sip Hennessy. Get some life skills, leave a legacy, up your energy, then come back and battle me. Your lack of metaphor set me off in Dusseldorf, just to show you how much this hollow cost. You can't implement, bro, you got no cement, bro. You have no foundations, bricks and mortar. Total slaughter, bro, I'm in disbelief. How German is calling fake flat ease, it's plain to see. I'm gonna relish this battle cause he the sauce of the beef, bitch. Peas I'll murk you with ease. If you don't shut the hell up, I'll leave you like head in your knees, yeah, crawling toward you. But we just turn away and just ignore you. Your talk is the worst I ever heard. Pile yourself a legit truther, dude, you a cock nerd. Listen, that shit won't drop. And when you pick up that camera, your own mom wants you to stop and no block, cause you have the facial features, PP, nah. These monosyllabic, hobo, erratic, no flow, stationary, static, lyrical bad habits, you can't stand it. I slam mics and I'm not even Islamic. I'm the bravest, greatest, slash, craziest, heinous. Not even Houdini could escape from this. You program me older than Crow, man. I got more stone in both hands, you call me Duran. I crack jaws with a tiger claw. I'm running over these bitches, they part whores. I see no wordplay, no punchlines. I'm feeling hungry now, with it, and it's lunchtime. Yup, no punchlines. I'm feeling hungry. Now wits it, and it's lunchtime.
I think we lost Liv again. Enough. We're gonna play Mastodon now. No.
Why?
Yeah. Did you like that little round? That wasn't too bad, was it? He's got another one I'm going to play.
It doesn't
here.
matter what I think.
Why not?
Because what does it matter? Even if I didn't like it, if you like it, then it would just be me insulting you then, wouldn't it?
No. I was asking your opinion, your honest opinion.
I think that if I was going to write a song about people and put their faces in there, I think I would at least know the people personally. I've met them and had a conversation with them so that I could at least say that, this is coming from my perspective because I know these people. But if you don't even know those people and you're just I don't know. It just, I feel icky about stuff like for different reasons. Cause to me, a song has to have meaning and there has to be meaning in the words. It's not just about bitches and hoes and stupid stuff. It's about hiding a reality or a truth in it and showing it to the world. That's what it should be about. Like that, any artist, that's usually where their mind goes. It's either revealing something or it's all their own selfishness. Kind of like some bands talk about. That's all they sing about is just like dating girls and chasing women. Now, like Def Leppard, almost every song that they made is like literally about a girl or chasing some girl or sleeping with girls and whatever. I get it. I love Def Leppard, but that's what they sing about. Then there's other bands that sing about like Slayer even. Slayer's one that they sing about biblical stuff and some really creepy other stuff that I've never even heard. But you know what I mean? There's meaning to it. Like they made it for a reason. They were trying to put out
listen.
No, I'm listening. What's up?
Okay. No, they was trying to say something. What were you saying, Liv?
Yeah, I think like when you're looking past, like all music, what about chasing girls in a sense, like romance kind of element to music and stuff. So it was about love, you know what I mean, more than anything else. So then, like,
it's about wooing
early dance
sex,
music
right?
were all about love, wasn't it? You know what I mean? It were all that it were always singing about love. I can't think of an example, so there's like loads of famous ones and stuff like, Fruit 90s and stuff like. But then like it became more techno and I mean, more machine like in that kind of way and stuff like that, and inauthentic, in that kind of sense and stuff. So like they're driving it away from that kind of vibration and all that kind of thing, like. But I don't know. I suppose like if we talked about Banner song and stuff like that kind of thing. I don't like the popularization of these personalities like Whitsit and such and stuff like. Personally, I wouldn't make a song about him at all. You know what I mean? Banner knows that he's stolen my work, so how come he's not made a song about that? You know what I mean? If he's going to sing about Whitsit, because if he's betraying the truth movement, then he's not a truther. You know what I mean? And that should be more exposed rather than. Because it almost like makes it look like celebrityism again in that kind of sense and stuff like. I don't want that to be for McToon, Duffy, and all these other people which kind of feature a lot in these videos and stuff like. I spoke about like rap music and like New World Order kind of music and all that kind of stuff. Where some rap music's cool or whatever and stuff like that. There's a lot of art that goes into making music, whatever genre it is and stuff like that kind of thing. So it's not like I'm biased against a particular type of music or like that, but it's the New World Order flavor that goes into it. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like them kind of vibrations and stuff like, which is a bit
the
of an issue
backmasking and all that other shit. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, backmasking is not necessarily a New World Order thing, dude. Matter of fact, the church is the one who promoted, like, even looking into that.
No, but you can see it's very clear that they use it. Yes, they use it in lots of music, and even bands that you wouldn't expect them to. You know what I mean? Bands that look wholesome, but they're not.
Well, ever since the '80s, since Hollywood militarized almost Hollywood. And I think about like the movies that came out, the conspiracy movies, like Terminator. I'll walk you through all those. Then the music started to change with Hollywood. I think the real inspiration comes out of there. And celebrity status is not a bad thing. It's just what it's used for. It's a tool.
You're right. Whatever Hollywood emulates or the television puts on there, like in the background music or whatever, if they copy it. And yeah, you're right. They're gonna. But they do that on purpose so they can sell their music. And this is all a business thing. Like I think people need to understand most of this is just about them stealing money from you and your blood, sweat, and tears. It's not really about it. It's really personal.
Right. Your mic went to crap, dude. Like literally.
Really?
And that's better now. Yeah, I think you got stuck behind your hoodie. There you are.
Okay, my bad.
Not a problem.
I'm
It's like
getting
we couldn't hear what you were saying. The last two sentences. It was like, yeah.
what I mean is like when you hear a song, like you even listen to Barry Manilow and you realize he's a sick motherfucker, right? You have to realize that there's something wrong with this guy, right? That he writes songs for that the whole world sings. I mean, he's singing a song about the devil himself, but he never even mentions it. It doesn't come out. Nobody ever talked about that. I don't remember ever hearing anybody say anything bad about Barry Manilow or that he was singing a song about the devil. I never had anybody tell me that until I just listened to the song one day and I was like, wait a minute, this is a fucking weird ass song. What the fuck is he saying? And of course, it's basically, it's like the eye of the beholder, right? Everybody has their own interpretation of what they think a song means based on their opinions and their lifestyle and whatever experiences, right? So you don't expect them to be the same, but you expect the outcome to be similar, right? For you to agree that this is the reason why that's that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say someone goes to prison, right? And everybody automatically assumes, logical people do, that he committed a crime, right? If he went to prison, then he probably either committed a crime or he got crossed up with the wrong people and he got accused of it, whatever, right? That we all know that. That's the first thing that a person thinks. So when you come to something like flat Earth or the plane that you live on, and then you talk to people about it and you ask them straight up questions about, like, right here, I'm right down the road from the ocean. Like, you can see it. It's like 12 miles down the road. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
like,
I
went out there today and I took a picture across that space I was telling you, and I took a little video and I'll post it later. But there's lots of things that you got to realize is that it's just you have to look at the real evidence. You have to look at it with an open mind. You can't just assume that anything that you've been told is true. You have to take it for yourself. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to Roger. Don't listen to anybody. Don't listen to Cubby. Don't listen to Jaron. Don't listen to any of us. Go out and read the stuff yourself. Go and read the science. These guys that theorize about these things. Read what they write about. Then you'll know what they were thinking because they write it in there. So you'll understand what their theory is all about, right? They have to explain it for it to actually become like an accepted thing, right? So think about it. So get it? So it's on paper. You can read it. You can read all what they write about. Like Darwin, you want to find out if you really want to believe in something called evolution, trust me, you shouldn't. Because if you read what Darwin says about it, he actually talks about his own theory. He says if any one of these 4 or 5 things was not true, then his whole theory is hogwash, right? Well, 4 or 5 of them are wrong out of 6 or something like that. It's an insane amount. It's like, wow, okay. So once you look at the evidence and you realize that Darwin didn't even want to publish his stuff. He didn't want anybody to read it because he didn't think it was true. He knew it was just a theory. Mm-hmm. It was just his best guess, right?
Well,
so think about that. But he knew that they were going to use that against people and to twist their minds. That's why he was against them publishing it until after he died.
Yeah, he had an inspiration from other people's things too. Believe me, he didn't just dream it all up. He was really, Darwin himself was a very twisted.
He was kind of like Einstein in a way. If Einstein was a real person and that person actually did the things they claim he did, I don't believe that story's right, but I believe he existed. But I'm not sure that he was really what they claim he was. He might have been a good inventor, but I don't believe. You know what I mean? It just seems like odd to me.
He did the same thing Edison did.
In a patent office, right? So he got to see everybody's patents, and you got to see secret knowledge that most people shouldn't see, right? Yeah. I'd love to be privy of that. But then again, you can go and look at actually, that's public record. That's the whole idea of patenting is so you can get a patent on it, you have to actually reveal it and it has to be true. And somebody tests it for you, right? Yeah. It's not like you can just put it in there. Now, once it's been reviewed and then they decided to give you a yes or a no, then yeah, you'll know whether or not it was taken. But just an application is usually enough. Like people usually don't put in a fake application to a patent. If it doesn't work and you can't prove the science, they're not going to put it in there. They're not stupid. They know it's just going to get rejected. So it's just like, when you get pulled over by a cop, you're not going to be able to convince him that you weren't speeding if he thinks you were, right? He's just going to give you the ticket anyway. No arguing with him is going to help you, right?
Well, when it comes to patents, it's a corrupt system to start with.
I'm sure it is, but I'm saying they still test this shit, and I'm sure maybe they do steal people's patents, but I'm saying on the norm, they follow that rule. That's the reason why we're able to have patents, right? They have to some degree, they have to be honest about it. They don't have to they don't have to give you all the information, but they give you enough. Trust me, just the ones on television, the very first TV screens will blow your mind because they weren't designed to show you pictures. They were designed flash things in your eyes and make you feel a certain way. It was creepy.
Right.
It's really interesting when you read the actual evidence. It just blows your mind because you realize that you didn't know that everything that you were ever told was a lie, and everything that you thought you knew was just not true. It was just somebody told you that because it made the most sense.
I don't know if it's all exactly that cut and dry, but there's a lot of like iffy areas in a lot of those things.
They even lie to you about stupid things like about food and about your own bodies and stuff. They lie to you about all kinds of things that just aren't even necessary. It's just done shit to make you dumber. Just to test, just to see if you're dumb enough to believe. Because usually when you answer like a trivia question, when you get it right, that means that you're programmed, bro. Just trust me on that.
Yeah,
all that proves is how brainwashed you actually are. That's why they joy. They have this funny laugh on their face. All those guys that run those shows, because they're laughing at you. They're showing you, look, we've brainwashed them into believing this crap. Look, and they actually can repeat it back to us. Isn't that amazing? And we never even told them this was true. We just put it in the music and put it in the songs, and people started believing it.
Well, not just in the songs; it's on TV and the media and everything.
Right, but it's just forked out there, yeah. Even though
it's filler, dude. There's a lot of filler.
But you don't. But at first, you've never seen it in society. But then suddenly, it becomes part of society. It's like, what? Wait a minute, what's going on here? This isn't supposed to happen. Didn't they warn us about this when TV came out? Didn't they warn us about all these rock and roll stars and all this? How they were going to change the world and make us all crazy and take over the world and convince our youth to be stupid? Well, look, it happened.
Well,
we were right. You know what I mean? It's like
there isn't
they were right, dude.
there isn't a real education system, dude.
No, it's a dumbing down. It really is. Well, I mean, they teach you enough so you can get by and balance a checkbook. It's just so you can keep paying them bills. And in reality, there's really no way they can make you pay them, because they have to get you to sign an agreement, an actual written agreement, in order to contract something.
All right.
So, but
see what's on screen.
But most people are stupid. They don't realize that.
I'm gonna play this video. You ready?
Yeah.
It's Mr. Anus. He got an excellent sunset today.
Oh, awesome! Can't wait.
It looks nice. I like it. that was awesome. What do you think, Ryan? That was pretty cool. Yeah, you're still here.
Always.
Dude, am I in here twice? I'm just kidding.
No.
No, and the reason I think Banner does that in his video, you got to understand their mentality. The people that he's talking to, they think like people like Jaron. They have that same mentality. They got that crossover in your face kind of stuff. So basically, I think he's laying down it like this: flat Earth isn't a joke. You understand?
No, it's not.
No. And they're making it into a bad joke.
Of course, Jim.
And
You know what
basically, he's giving them the double barrels, dude. In other words, we ain't gonna sit back and let all the hard work that we put into what we're making here go to pieces. We're stronger than that as a community.
I really enjoyed our show today. I must say that for sure. If Vlad's around or if he comes through here, let Vlad know I liked the show today. I like what he was saying. I'm not sure what I think about Nico and all these guys, but because I don't trust anybody, but especially when they just come through and they're on everybody's show and then they disappear again. It's like, yeah, they're probably another shill. Who knows, right? I don't know. That's what I'm starting to think. Because I made friends with some of these people and they still flipped on me. I was like, what? Like, what's going on here?
Well, no, their behavior over the years have betrayed themselves, man. Not all these people are like that, dude. Okay.
No, I know that.
They're good-hearted people.
But to protect myself, I just assume that at first until I test someone out. So and especially when most people aren't even really willing to be tested. Like when you ask them a certain question about certain things and then they get all like offended. It's like, well, I'm only asking you that because I'm trying to find out if you're really on the same level as me so I can be more honest and share things with you. And I don't think you're going to be all weird on me or think I'm stupid because if I think you're going to think I'm ignorant because I talk about a certain theory, then I just won't talk about it because I don't want to make you think I'm dumb because then I'm giving you the wrong idea because I'm really not stupid. You know what I mean? I don't think any of us are that are really looking at this stuff and taking the time to look through it. Right?
Let's look at it from an adult standpoint. People have personalities. That's not, but when their personalities bleed into a topic, there's something wrong with it, dude.
I agree. Especially if it goes to a dark, especially if it goes to a dark place. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, well, that's the idea of what whatever shillinism is. If being a shill, if you're in this arena for just make a living and not learn anything, there's something definitely wrong. Okay. Yeah, they're making fun of Nico too. He's put his butt out there, so I think Nico's taking it on the chin, dude.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I disagree with him, but I'm just saying that I remember I got a little bit mixed signals when I first met the guy, and some of the stuff I watched on his show. So I'm just saying. I mean, it's not that it's anything serious. I'm just saying. I was just always curious about it, and I haven't seen him since. I haven't really talked to him personally, so I hate making a judgment on somebody just on one meeting. You know.
Well,
you know
I don't think you've got the full argument from a lot of the people who are seasoned at dealing with these people. Hey, Lev.
Right.
Nice to see you back again, sir.
I wanted to recap on Jaron. I think he's a liar that who's the movement for years. He's worked with other shills and it's not one of us. You know what I mean? I think that's what it is, really. It's like the other years, the amount of stuff it's stolen from me and all that kind of stuff. Because it's like I had quite a lot to contribute in movement. You know what I mean? Whilst I weren't making content and stuff like. So you can see, like early on, I used to make content and stuff like, but then I broke away from it and stuff. But you know, whilst on panels, like, you know what I mean, you distribute a lot from there. You know what I mean, and then they reclaim it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, so I said it on a quiet panel, but they say it on a popular channel. You know what I mean? So then like they get the credit for it and all that kind of stuff. And that continues even today. You know what I mean? Now I'm like making content properly on my channel and stuff like. So.
Yeah. Well, Lev, just keep making the content, man.
No, I get what he's saying. I think I understand where he's coming from. It's like, you don't know, but you try to push it. Yeah, exactly.
Got to give credit where credit's due, dude. I mean, if he goes over and makes good content, that you don't want to rip it off and look at this. I'm making it. No, you got to give him.
Just simply say whose it is and post it. Yeah, it's not that
Yeah.
difficult. It's courtesy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to end it, guys. If you're going to come back and let me know. But I want to play my video, the Conspiracy Guru, but and then I'm going to play a song out. But I thought this was interesting. Conspiracy Guru actually made a video about my upcoming exploits. I thought that was coming back.
You want to know what I think about it first,
What?
or no?
Oh no, it's just fine. You can go ahead.
I get a weird vibe. I don't know why, but I got this weird vibe like that. I'm not sure whether it's positive or negative or not. And that bothers me. It's like right Neutralville where it shouldn't be, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying? Because you could kind of like go either way with it. When you think about it, I started like thinking about the scenarios, and I was like, okay, so I get it. I think it's catchy, but there's kind of like, you know what I mean? It's just something weird about it. I don't know, but let me know what you guys think.
Oh, hold on. There it is. I found it. Oh,
I hope I didn't just bias this, by the way. I hope I didn't just bias it.
No, you didn't. I didn't make the video, so I'm not responsible for it. But Conspiracy
Yeah,
Guru.
I know. No, I like the guy. Don't get me wrong.
No, I'm not saying anything about him. I'm going to tell the level what he made. He asked a question. What am I talking about? He made this video for me. Do you see the title?
I have a really good question.
Roger's
did
Excellent
Did
Adventure.
he call you?
No,
did he call you and ask? So you didn't check with you before he made the video?
Yeah. He also made one about Flakatsoid,
Is that
the
normal?
pole dancer. Yeah. No, it's not normal, dude. So I think that, it's a different. You got to take it with a grain of salt, dude. All right.
No, I know. That's why I was saying that. That's why I get a weird feeling. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying I'm getting a weird feeling, and that's the only reason why.
Mm-hmm. So I think he's rubbing some salt in a little bit. It is what it is.
Like the pictures that he chose to pick of Flatzoid, or when Flatzoid's goofing around and he's doing an imitation of, come on, you can't tell me that's not subliminally trying to be just tongue-in-cheek thing.
Yeah, it is. So what do you think, Lev?
I don't like the AI stuff either. Like the use of AI and all that kind of stuff. It's like it's promoting AI by using it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We should be. Somebody made a whole video about me and didn't ask me about it. I think I'd be concerned. I'm just saying.
I'm not concerned, dude. And believe me, if I'm going there and I do what I do, I do what I do.
No, I know. I understand that.
Lev, what were you trying to say? Go ahead.
We shouldn't be using all that AI stuff, especially as truthers. You know what I mean? We should be standing up for his rights, and AI is going to take his rights away completely.
Yeah.
It's making people obsolete. I agree. So
I don't use it at all, personally. I've never used it. I don't see a need to. Anyways, my adventure looks really neat here so far. But
all right, now that we've totally like given you a preview. Show the video, really, damn it. Yeah. I'm just saying, now that we've talked about it before we saw it.
I hope you guys get a kick out of this.
Oh, you're going to get a kick out of it.
Yo, it's Roger, man. Packing my bags for the frozen land. Got a fundraiser, keep it tight. Gonna prove the earth tonight. The final test is near. Flatzoid's watching, have no fear. He's heading down, he's on his way. A live stream rolling night and day. Marching straight to the South Pole sign, or straight to the
here, Roger.
It's all divine. Roger,
I think you look cute with the perfect hair and everything.
Keeping it honest across the board. Roger's
that's just hilarious.
Gonna walk to the wall, won't think twice. Gonna stream the sun as it fades away. Be the hero of Flat Earth today. across the board. They call him clueless, toothless too. Say he just repeats the crew, follows Flatzoid step by step. Never had a thought himself, but now's your chance. It's do or die. Prove it flat, go touch the sky. Roger's heading for Antarctic ice. Gonna walk
There was a jam there too.
won't think twice. Gonna stream the sun as it fades away. Be the hero of flat earth today. Roger led well, the flair so bold, keeping it honest across the board. But hold up, wait, I smell a trick. The funds he raised, just a tiny bit. If truth is out there, why so cheap? Where's the cash? Where's the fleet? Flatties, send your man to fight. Expose the globe, prove yourself right. Roger's heading for Antarctic ice. Gonna walk to the wall, won't think twice. Gonna stream the sun as it fades away. Be the hero of flat earth today. Roger led well, the flirt so bold, keeping it honest across the board.
That was kind of all right, but I don't like the part where he said, "I've never had a thought of my own," and I completely followed.
No, I don't like. He also said that you like followed what everybody else says along them lines. I find it to be quite authentic as well. So I don't know where he's got that from. It's quite nice of him to make a video, but yeah, that little section was kind
It
of
was,
like
though,
more
but
inaccurate. Yeah.
yeah, and I think that some of them are kind of smug when it comes down to it. And there's another video he made for Flatsoy that looked kind of jabby too. So they think that we're completely mindless and we can't think for ourselves. But I mean, that was a good call out though. To be honest, like, come on, hey Flats.
Well,
people,
you want to hear what I have to think? You want to hear what I think about this?
Okay.
It's almost exactly what I was saying to you about it when you first came up with the idea. Remember, I said, "How's that going to solve anything?" Right?
Well,
Because
it's not going to solve anything. It'll actually put the idea.
but do you get what I'm coming from? It's almost like he used that angle of what I said to you as an angle in order. So he's making fun, but he's using me. He's kind of using me in the same thing, in the same sense when you think about it, because that's the criticism I gave you when you first started talking about it. Remember? It wasn't like I was trying to be a jerk, but I'm just saying I was critical of it, and I was like, well, are you, like, what do you think that's going to actually fix? Because I think there's better ways we could go about it. But of course, I agree that if you get a chance to do it, we should do it. But I mean, when it comes to like, if I was going to plan to do something like that was going to prove to the world something, I think it would be a lot easier than that. I don't think I'd waste the time going all that distance to prove something like that, because you don't need to. You could show, there's lots of other things you could show that are really obvious, and you can make really good videos about it and just keep putting them out there. I don't know.
Yeah,
that was my point. But you see how they're kind of like making that same kind of comment? It's almost like they're using my criticism of you and turn it into a song. That's why I think it's just more personal than you realize. Because I almost feel like they took my they're taking what I said to you basically and my criticism, which is, I only did that just to be critical because I want to know like where you're coming from, because we're just getting to know each other. We don't know each other that well yet. So of course, I'm you know what I'm saying? So it just seems really more personal the more I watch it, the more I see the little skits and the little things in there. It just reminds me of conversations we've had, and it's like, okay, so somebody's really paying attention to what we're saying, and they're making videos about it. That's kind of creepy. You know what I mean?
Well aware. I got eyes on me, dude. Let me let that back in.
Yeah.
And I got to put my fundraiser in the chat.
It doesn't bother me.
Joyce wants it, so hold on.
Gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah, the point is that, I know this is a hot topic, but I mean, if I'm going to be honest, I know everybody's got their theories of why the sun would be midnight and back and forth. But I mean, if I just put the damn thing to rest, put the whole Antarctica mystery
Yes.
out of.
Joyce said something. Read what she said there. Would you, Roger? Read out what she just said up there at the top. 23:11:14.
Okay, I'm looking for
She's
it.
talking to Jim. Third one down.
Yeah. Yeah, he has money invested in both sides of this too. I'm pretty sure of it. The way.
Yeah, and I met the guy, and I met the guy online and had a conversation with him, and I even asked him if he'd come on the show with me and somebody else, and he was like, I said, if someday, when I get a live stream, will you come? And he had said, yeah, he would. And it's really, really weird that after he said that to me, and then now he's making a video about you and me doing, it's like really interesting to me. It just makes me realize maybe I made more of an impression on him than I thought I did. And it stems into like your relationship too. You see what I'm saying? This feels like, I don't know, maybe it's just me making something out of it. It shouldn't be, but it feels like it feels personal to me. It does. It feels like that was kind of pointed at me and you both.
They're looking at like almost a schizophrenic attitude. They're trying to play on the psychology of it.
I'm ADHD, so I'll admit I have the issues, and I apologize for them, but I can't. I'm not gonna. Well, no, you know what I mean. I apologize if sometimes things get mixed up and people take the wrong idea and they get upset or whatever, and I cause there's issues or whatever. But honestly, I'm trying to be honest as best I can. So if you catch me on something where I'm wrong, then point it out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty open to it. Like, usually, especially if you got evidence. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and argue with evidence. So. Not if it's legitimate,
Yeah, well, everybody's trying to plant the seeds of doubt right away. That's the whole.
Well, yeah, of course.
And to play into it. So, Lev, you got anything else to say? I'm going to end it up.
Lev, yeah.
He's here somewhere.
Yes, Luke, that's who we're talking about.
Yeah,
sorry, let's go.
Thought conspiracy mystic guru is crew in that kind of sense and stuff like that.
I don't know, man.
Which is like,
well, he is connected to Dave Weiss. I'm just going to throw that in there. I met him through Dave. Dave Weiss was there the day that he was on the show. He was all up in his shit. So, yeah, I'm thinking maybe there's a little bit of shill problem going on there. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Maybe Dave could come and defend himself and say that's not true, but I don't know.
Well, I think he's on the flat side as it goes, like in a roundabout way.
Right? You really get that idea, really?
Yeah.
I kind of got the idea that he only came in just to clarify things about Jaren, and then he was gone after we stopped talking about that.
Well,
if
you go through conspiracy guru stuff, he does not adhere to the space race or NASA. So.
I don't put it past anybody to take that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I don't want to say anything else about it because it's going to end up jinxing something or making it.
No, I know. I was going to say maybe we should just shut up and end the show.
Yep, we'll end the show. Say goodnight, guys. Good night.
Good night, guys.
Thanks for stopping by and watching our dumbasses make more fools of ourselves.
Yeah, definitely don't believe us. Go find out for yourself.
Yeah, I'm not going to hold you to it, but you can take what I've seen, and I can take what I know. Hey, Carrie, you're here.
Yeah, you're here just in time to close.
Yeah. All right, night, guys. I'm going to play out with another.
Charlie,
Night, Liv. Night, Ryan.
I'm
going to play it with the Vultures one more time. What I played in with. You weren't here for that.
I'm going to bed. It's late.
All right.